And I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna lose a lot of them.
For sure.
Like, we're gonna lose a lot of them because they don't wanna be better. This is what they want. And they'll tell you they're more afraid of living than dying.
All right.
We here, man. It's back to How Real Is He with Ab.
Bree.
And we're going to get into a lot of good things. Before we start, you know how we always do. We always got to go to the support system. The support system is if you want to look good, you got to level up. Instead of leveling up, be all the way up. 2 up audio visuals. Listen, summertime is coming. Your pipes is messed up. Something don't work right. Superior Plumbing. Hit them. They're going to make sure we get you right. And as always, you know, we're going to talk to the peoples, and we probably have a good brother here. It's my man, community activist, young brother doing some political things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Abdullah Fareed.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
For sure, bro.
You know, and come and talk to you and your listeners, your followers, and things like that.
For sure.
Man, you know, from West Philadelphia.
Oh.
Left West Philly.
Here we go.
West Philly, very young. But really grew up uptown.
For sure.
And you know, man.
One of my sister Clara Muhammad alumni too.
With Sister Clara Muhammad. And but man, you know, really, let's just move to what I'm doing. You know, now.
For sure.
Ran for city council at large.
For sure. 2019
ran for state representative.
For sure.
2020. An educator
For sure.
here in Philadelphia.
For sure.
The brother say 56 in Baltimore.
Uh-huh.
I was at 58 in Baltimore at KIP.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was at KIP West. And you know, man, just trying to do a lot of things in the community.
For sure.
You know, really just wanting to see our people win.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You know, and especially Black Americans.
We need that right now, brother.
No matter, you know, if they're Muslim or non-Muslim, man.
Sure.
Just really want to see our communities, you know, get to a different level.
For sure. Speaking of that, how was your brother's your Ramadan? How was your month?
Nah, I was good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm clean. I feel like I can go 12 round fight right now.
What about you, good brother?
It was good, man. It was
For sure.
It was a lot of like enlightenment. Like you take that time to really get to know you, get back to yourself, like correct some of the things you do wrong, try to make it a little bit better.
For sure.
You know, just for me, it's overall like how I talk to people, how I treat people, even if they're Muslim and not Muslim.
For sure.
Like, you know, it's like sometimes we can be opinionated.
For
because
sure.
I don't want people to be always thinking
For sure.
the Muslims is the angry people.
For sure.
Because we not. The religion is perfect. We ain't perfect. So,
For sure.
So, I mean, but other than that, I mean, it was a great time. I mean,
Well, let's lead into the first thing. The first thing I want to talk about is you and I last year when I was supposed to meet you at the IB, and unfortunately we saw what happened, right? I turned on news and I see you talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, what my brother doing, man? He's doing, but you spoke very well, man. I like what you said. Yeah. But being there, right, it's different from being seen on the news. Being there, what was your feeling when it went on?
So I can remember, you know, me being an educator in the city and working with these young kids, teenagers. I could already sense that something wasn't right, and I can remember going inside the school, and I'm telling my boy, I feel like something's about to jump off.
You said it?
Yeah, I did. I said something doesn't feel right in that park. These, you know, I could just feel the vibes. The energy was just off with a lot of the kids. So, you know, my boy kind of shoved it. I was like, well, you know, we good. The cops is out here. We got security out there. I was like, all right, man, you know, it just doesn't feel right.
Right.
So went back outside. I can remember talking to one of the vendors. She was a friend of mine's, and I think she worked with Jefferson Hospital. And we were just talking. I was like, man, it's just beautiful out here. The weather is nice. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of people out there.
It was a good day.
And maybe 2 minutes later, I heard the first shot.
Was it close by in proximity?
It was like right there.
It was like actually within.
Absolutely. Well, the park. It was in the park, and we were like right across, like not even across the street, like maybe I'll say 20 yards away. And the second shot, everybody just dropped.
Yeah.
And then from there, everybody just started running. And I mean, I literally seen people getting trampled. And, I went back, started trying to pick people up. But I mean, then you didn't know where it was coming from. So then you see a lot of young boys running on to Lancaster and everything. It was like chaotic.
I was up there in a gas station.
Yeah. That's where everybody was running, by the gas station. And I mean, it was crazy. And I never seen nothing like that, man. But then when we went back, after everything, maybe like 15 minutes later, it wasn't clear. Just people was just in disbelief.
Yeah,
you had a lot of people, in the match.
Couldn't believe it.
They couldn't believe
it.
But
I don't want to highlight. My thing is, I don't want to highlight because when these isolated incidents happen, I don't want it to take away from the overall projected.
Oh, definitely.
Because a lot of people, even the stuff that happened this year, we heard so much about. This happened. That's all they was talking about was this. But they're not saying nothing about everything else that happened. Like the vendors that was out there, the people that did stuff for the little kids, the decorators, the sisters that came out, gave old garments, the brothers that came through. They didn't highlight none of that. They strictly went into, this happened and this, that, and that was all the talk. 30 days of people doing everything else.
And we just talk about the Haram. But honestly though, so I don't be hypocritical, sometimes, first, we don't even know if the people who were involved were actually Muslim. That's first, right? Because it just happened at the event, but we don't know, right? That's one. Anybody could have been there and been a part of that.
What I'm saying is, anybody can be Muslim, but being a believer in a Muslim is two different things.
We definitely going to we had a conversation there before you stepped in, but definitely, you're 100% correct. But the other thing is, I'm at the point where, I guess I'm more like open and trying to talk to y'all and talk amongst ourselves. What can we do to, I guess, change the culture? Because it's not primarily men of our age, it's these younger kids, right? And I think somewhere along the line, it's a disconnect of why that would even take place, especially doing something that's supposed to be about peace together. Why do you think the young kids would be in that mindset to even want to do that?
So I'm just gonna be transparent.
For sure.
Working in the schools with these young teenagers, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, a lot of them are Muslim. They come from Muslim homes. Their parents are Muslim. But as brother said, they don't really know how to be Muslim. It's a trend. It's
for sure.
It's the thing to do. But they know how to more so be a part of something that's negative. Like that's what drives them. And I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna lose a lot of them.
For sure.
Like we're gonna lose a lot of them because they don't wanna be better. This is what they want. And they'll tell you they're more afraid of living than dying.
All right, I'll piggyback off that.
Come on.
But my thing is, I believe it starts from in the house. Because they even though like somebody's parents is Muslim, they're not taking their kids to the masjid with them. They're just letting them run around. So how can you have, like I always tell people when they be asking me about, what's the first thing I should do when I take my shahada? I said, have good conduct and character. So if you don't have no good conduct and character, how can you even receive the information from Islam or being Muslim? Like, because you don't know that. So I think a lot of it is they're not active in the kids' life from little. Like saying, all right, well, I'm gonna take them there. Like your pop did, my folks did, stuff like that. Like, so if you take them there, you're teaching the religion from firsthand. Like they're going to the classes with them, they're going to show them how to pray. This calms things down because it calmed me down. It might calm you down, but the whole thing in actuality is you let these kids go by themselves so you can't say you want them, all right, well, y'all gotta do this, You let them listen to the music at an early age. You sticking an iPad in their hand. The iPad is raising, the phone is raising them. They're going outside, they're seeing this, that, and the other. But when are you going to step in? Then as soon as it gets too run, they want to come to the council leaders. They want to go to the city. Oh, I need help with them. I need this, that. Now you want them to take care of your responsibilities when you had a chance to deal with them when they was younger. Like I got a little nephew. I got a nephew. He asked me the other day, he was like, he want to learn how to pray. And I was like, all right. So I said, first of all, let me take you so you can see. So we went to one man shit. They was running around, the kids running. I said, that's not normally how it is. People normally control their kids in the man shit. So we went to another. He's like, I like that. And I said, do you want to come back again? He said, yeah, I want to come back again. But I left it open. So he called me the next week and was like, you home? I was like, yeah, I'm home. He's like, can I go where you want to dream at? Can I go with you? Yeah. So this is like stuff that we got to get back to forming the kids and stuff like that. Like, and it's not just up to him. It's not up to the police. It start from inside the house. Mm-hmm. We was raised with, it took a whole village, the block. Yeah, everybody knew you. Like, if you lived on the block, Miss Mabel knew you, Miss Helen knew you. All the people knew you. They'd be like, if you don't stop that, what's the first thing you do? No, don't do that right there. Miss Helen won't see me.
Especially you and I, the kids that are doing this, they are really our kids, right? They're from, their parents are in our age structure. So I'm thinking, is it a disconnect with, like you said, parents in their home, right? And because a lot of sisters have kind of come into Islam for the wrong reason for a man, right? They're into the culture of Islam, but not into the real direct lineage of Islam. I think that's really a problem because it's hard for single women to raise these young boys, man.
I ain't gonna just say it. I'm not gonna just say it.
I think it's hard for women to raise a boy by themselves in any religion.
You've been in a situation right before, bro, where you can't say something to somebody's kid because the woman gonna come argue with you. First of all, the woman ain't being women, so how can a woman raise a young man? Like they'll come up and say, you go say something, try to redirect somebody's child like that. Don't talk to my child like that. They go to schools, they want to argue with the people in the school. Yeah. So then we wasn't allowed to argue with the people in the school. So that's why I'm saying it starts at home first. We can't allow it. Like they sit there for 8 hours a day. Now you want them to come home a whole different person when they go to school, and you tell them as soon as they get home, man, get out my damn face and go in there and watch TV, and you sticking the TV in their face. You doing like that's not. We was interactive.